Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here. Just getting off from work not too long ago. I just stopped by my place real quick to take me a shower, and I gotta run out here to this other spot. Gladly, tonight is the last night I have to house slash babysit. It's not really babysitting because she has two boys that are. One of them is a teenager, but she didn't trust leaving them home alone. So I got to get out there. And last night, being with those guys, nothing wrong with being out there. I have no problem with them whatsoever. They great kids. I just like being in the sanctity of my own place. With that being said, jump into the fragrance I wore today. Is a fragrance that Joy Amin talked about a lot on his channel. Not just this fragrance, but the house of, this fragrance itself, which is the house of, the guy's name is Jacques Bogart. The house is One Man Show, and this is the Ruby edition. And this actually was a swap out fragrance from one of my subscribers. We swapped out fragrances. Yes, I do. If it benefits me having the fragrance, I will do a swap or a trade. I will also sell a fragrance if the price is right. I'm not going to shit myself, especially if I know I've only used it maybe once or twice. But with that being said, that's a subject for another time. This fragrance is along the lines of Kouros and Lapidus Pour Homme. It's one of those old school powerhouse type fragrances, and this one is really not that old. This actually was released in 2013, but the way it smells like it could have been an old school dated fragrance. But I put this along the same lines as Kouros and Lapidus Pour Homme, one of those old school powerhouse type fragrances. Kind of reminds me a little bit of when you walk into a bathroom and it's freshly clean and they put the new urinal cakes in. It gives, how you walk in and that urinal cake smell is strong, it's fresh. That's what you get from this. You get that strong, not saying that it smells like a urinal cake, but you get that strong, like manly, masculine type smell, but it has a hint of sweetness to it. I actually like this fragrance a lot. I only did a couple of sprays of this because it's so strong, and this actually lasted me through my whole 8-hour shift and then some. And it only became a skin scent around the time I did the video earlier before I went to work. And I sprayed a spray on each hand, and I can smell it. I work at a paper mill at night, and if you ever been at a paper mill or around one, there are strong smells, there are chemicals everywhere, and it is bad out there. And I can smell this blowing in the wind as I was riding around on the golf cart. Pretty good fragrance. I'm not mad at this at all. I like it. I did get one, I guess you can consider it a compliment. There's a cook in the kitchen at the hospital, and I was standing in line waiting to get some food. I actually was right at the counter waiting on the young lady to come serve me my food, and the guy, he knows me a little bit, and he came over and he was like, "Hey man," he was like, "Is that you over there smelling like a school principal?" So that, that was pretty funny, but I didn't get any other compliments off of this. I guess you could call that a compliment, but I thought that was funny. Anyway, this is Eau de Toilette Concentration. Smells like Eau de Parfum the way this thing performs. The projection on this is beastly. The longevity is just tremendous. I got 8+ hours out of this. And for a scent that is this cheap, it's very surprising, guys. This actually runs you for this same 100 ml bottle. If you get the tester bottle, which comes with no box, presentation. You can get it for $12.71, and the same one with the box presentation is $15.70. So, about a $3, $4 difference. But I think it's well worth the money. And if this was a little higher, maybe $20, $25 to $30, I still think it would be worth it because of the projection and the longevity on this. This is a very powerful but nice smelling fragrance. So if you're in the collecting business, just for kicks and giggles, then pick this up. I'm pretty sure there are some other Bogart fragrances like this that are about the same price. So I think this house is worth checking out, and I may look through some note breakdowns and just see what's interesting to me, and maybe order like a boatload of these just to see what different fragrances they have out there. I may do that tonight when I get out there to the other place just to see what's out there, and I may go ahead and order some, and they should be here by maybe Tuesday of next week. So if I do that, you guys will be the first to know. Note breakdown is as follows. It says that this is a woody and fresh spicy scent, oriental green and sweet notes that add profound character to the masculine fragrance. Fresh green apple, orange leaf, lavender introduce the scent first. As the cologne settles on the skin, the refined oriental heart notes emerge, featuring saffron, frankincense, and labdanum. The familiar woodsy base takes on a new context with oud and red cedar, joined by rich notes of honey. So this does have sweetness to it, like I said. Very nice, guys. 2013 release, and is highly concentrated, resulting in a potent sillage and a very long-lasting scent. Just a small splash will carry you through the day. So I actually did 3 sprays on the neck area. I did one behind each ear and one on the back of the neck. I hit myself on the arms, and I hit my shirt about 3 times. So I did probably about 7, maybe 8 sprays, which was way too much. But it performed like a champ. Nobody told me that it was too loud. Nobody told me that it was annoying or obnoxious or whatever they may say. So I think this is a pretty good fragrance, guys. One man show, Ruby Edition. Glad I got the swap out for this. So thank you to that subscriber. Next up, before my phone tries to die on me, I stopped by TJ Maxx, and I actually picked up a fragrance today. They didn't have much by the way of men's fragrances. They actually are gearing up for Mother's Day, which is coming up. They have extra racks set out, and they have a lot of women's fragrances out there. And for those of you who don't know, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue was not a very popular fragrance. I had it once, and I didn't like it. It was too powdery, a little bit too loud and obnoxious to me. And I've heard rumblings that the women's version is much, much nicer. So the Dolce & Gabbana line, I'm not telling people not to go out and buy Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue or any of the flankers, because if you want to, that's your choice. Me personally, that Ultra Zest and all that other stuff, I'm not into all of that. I smell some of that stuff, and it's not interesting to me. They're just basic, average scents. And I think Dolce & Gabbana could have did better. They have a classic one for the Hall of Fame in Dolce & Gabbana, the one, whether it's EDT or EDP, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't. To other people, it may matter because Eau de Parfum means stronger concentration, may last longer, project better. I think my Eau de Toilette version is just fine. Anyone who gets close to me, they can smell it. It smells nice. It's a close encounter scent, and I'm glad I have it. So with that being said, they didn't have much of anything in the men's section. I actually ended up, I smelled some of these fragrances, about 3 or 4 of these fragrances from this guy at Walmart some months back, maybe maybe almost a year ago, and I wasn't impressed. And I've watched some reviews on the house and these fragrances, and a lot of people aren't impressed by them either. They say they don't last long, they smell synthetic, generic, all that kind of stuff. And when people talk like that about synthetic and generic and all that, me personally, I hate using words like that because it really can deter a person from buying a fragrance. And just because you don't like it don't mean that the next person don't like it. So just because I like One Man Show, it doesn't mean that when I say this and somebody runs out and buys this because it's cheap enough, that they're gonna like it, because they may not like it. It may smell dated to them and they may not like the dated smell. They might like the more modern stuff. So with that being said, I wanted to try this out for myself, and I didn't want to walk out of the store with nothing. So I purchased this one anyway. And actually, while I was in the store, I usually do this a lot. I look up fragrances on YouTube or on Fragrance X and see what people are saying about it. And actually, two guys, I can't remember their names, and I'm sorry for that. But they talked about this fragrance, and they actually said it was pretty decent, but that could have been, their initial impression. I didn't get to do much because I was trying to get out there to the place to meet the kids before they got off the bus. But with that being said, this was only $20 for a 50 ml, 1.7 ounce. And I said to hell with it, I'm going to just buy it anyway. I kind of like the bottle presentation a little, but this is by Vince Camuto, and this is Vince Camuto Homme, and this is the one in the blue box. And I paid, it was $19.99. It was like $21 and 40 cents. Yeah, so I picked this up, and I'm going to give you my initial first impressions and unboxing here. And I actually smelled this earlier today. I smelled it when I was walking through Belk's, just looking around. And another fragrance I got on my radar, and I found it for like 60, maybe 70 some odd dollars. I want to see if I can get the price down a little more. Somebody said they had the smaller bottles for like 40 some odd dollars, but when I went to go get it, they were out of those, and the price was up again. And that is the Platinum Chanel. That smells amazing, and all I keep thinking in my head is when I hear Notorious B.I.G. Say in one of his rhymes back in the day about Platinum Chanel. I think it was in the Nasty Boy song with Lil' Kim, and he said something about Platinum Chanel, and I always wanted that fragrance just because he mentioned it. But now I have the opportunity, and I am going to get it. I could have got it a couple days ago when I bought the Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme and the other fragrance I bought. But the guy said you don't need two freshies, so I just got Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, and I forgot the name of the other fragrance. But anyway, this is the bottle. Just in case you find this fragrance without the box presentation, this is what it looks like. It's wrapped in like this pleather or leather-like wrapping. Has the stitchery on the back. Same for the top. The top does snap into place securely. Has this like little stamp on the front. It's raised. Nice glass bottle. Like I said, I did smell this earlier, and I kind of like the smell. I just don't know how long it's going to last. So, it actually doesn't smell bad. It just smells like a basic freshy type scent. So, if this doesn't perform well, at least get me a few hours of decent longevity, and projection isn't that good, I can use this for like a dumb reach scent, like I'm finna run out somewhere, or I'm just lounging around the house and I want to spray something on without wasting any of my good juices. this will be perfect for that. So Vince Camuto on in the blue box with the silver trim and the silver stamp. Give it a try if you haven't already. Not too bad. And if you noticed earlier in the video, I said a package came today, and I was tracking the heck out of this online, and I knew it was here. So I came on my lunch break and picked it up. And these were subscribed or recommended to me by some subscribers. They kept throwing it up in my face that I should try this and try this and try this. So finally I broke down and went ahead and ordered. And we're gonna see what we are working with. First up, this one was recommended to me. This is Xeno by Davidoff, Eau de Toilette version. Comes with this little cardboard thing, keeps it from being sprayed, but this is the fragrance. So Eau de Toilette Xeno by Davidoff, and this is my first impression. See what it smells like. This one actually smells kind of old school to me. Like, it's kind of strong and pungent. Not like super strong, but the initial spray on this, when it first hits the box or your skin, and you can tell how oily that is. Look at that. It bled right through the box. It's okay. It's not a fragrance that I actually could have. If I could have smelled it first, I probably wouldn't even bought this. But it's okay. I'm not going to, downplay it just yet. I do want to give it a wearing just to see what it's working with, but I appreciate the assist on that. Not really my cup of tea, but I want to get it on my skin and see how it dries down, and then I'll get back with you guys. But as of right now, it's okay. The next one is another one by Alfred Sung. And I actually have Sung On, and that's, I think, where it led to people start telling me that this fragrance is nice. I should try it, and I have it. This is, I guess it's called High by Alfred Sung. And both of these were pretty cheap. The Xeno by Davidoff was a little bit more than this one. This one was only like maybe a few dollars, like $12, something like that. The other one, I think that was like 20, I want to say about 20 something dollars, because I think for both of these, I might have paid 30 some odd dollars for both of these. So, anyway, let's open this up and see so I can get the heck out of here. And this is what the bottle looks like. I think this will look much better in a bigger bottle. Almost reminds me of a raindrop being drawn or something. Not a bad bottle though. It's gonna look dwarfed in the world of my fragrance collection because I have a lot of big bottles, and this will be one I will have to stick on the front shelf. But with that being said, let's give it a spray. Nice atomizer. Now this is more my style. It's not, it smells a little citrusy. I don't know what's in this. Um, I don't know if it's citrus. It's almost like a blend between barbershoppy and citrusy. Whatever it is, I like it though. It's not bad. I like this. It probably won't make a list of mine if I did any kind of list like fall, spring, winter, or summer or nothing like that. It probably won't make one of those lists, but High is not a bad fragrance by Alfred Song. I like this one. This is pretty nice. So I may give this a wearing tomorrow, depending, because I have a box that came in last week that you guys know, and I've only touched maybe 2 fragrances out of that box so far, maybe 1, and I really want to get into them. I may hold off on this one. I may wear this one day next week, but I really want to give this one a chance. This one smells more barbershoppy to me than High does. High is more like a little bit fresh, citrusy. This one is kind of woodsy and barbershoppy like. More manly, masculine type scent than anything. I mean, I keep sniffing it, so I mean, it's not too bad. I can deal with it. I'll give it a wearing and see. But with that being said, I gotta get the heck out of here, guys. So Vince Camuto Homme, not too bad. I want to give it some testing to see how it performs, and then I'll put it in a category. And I got a feeling that it's probably gonna fall into the dumb reach scent, or something you just wear to the gym, or you're gonna step out, pay bills, or just go out somewhere and do something real quick and come back. Not anything that gonna last a long time. High, which is another fragrance, not bad at all, by Alfred Song. I like this one. And Davidoff Zeno. So those are my 3 newest colognes in the collection. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Stay tuned tomorrow to see what I wore. Today was One Man Show, Ruby Edition. Tomorrow, as soon as I leave the hospital and get home and pack up, we'll be on our way to Valdosta, to Wild Adventures, or whatever the hell kind of theme park or whatever it is there. I mainly just want to go to the movies tomorrow night. Hopefully they're not sold out, to see Avengers Endgame. I am highly anticipating this movie. I really want to see it. And so wish me luck on the trip. It's only like 2.5 hours from here, but anything can happen on the road. And hope you guys have a great night and an even greater Friday tomorrow. Whatever you're doing, working, sitting home, whatever the case may be. And I hope your weekend is just as great. See you guys. Peace.